Okay, we're going to continue talking about definitions. When we define something, we talk about the category, the function, and feature. We talk about what it is, how it's grouped. It's a kind of, let's say, furniture, toys, dishes, pets, fruit, or vehicles. What does it do? Do you drive it? Does it run? Does it fly? Do you sit on it? Do you play? Do you eat it? And what does it look like? Does it have a beak? Is it round? Does it have wheels? Does it have drawers? Does it have a peel? Does it have a tail? When we define words, it's important to talk about all these pieces. You want to talk about 3 areas when you define a word. Doing this activity will build your vocabulary and help you clearly to describe what you're thinking about. You can play a game and describe something that you see. Describe something in a book. Describe something you're thinking about and see if mom, dad, or a friend can figure out what you're talking about. For example, if I was talking about, let's see, I'll describe something. It's a silverware that you eat with. It has a handle and 4 prongs. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about a fork. Okay, let's try some. Let's talk about some vegetables. Let's name some vegetables. Broccoli, carrots. Let's name some vegetables. Broccoli, carrots. Vegetables are usually green. I'm going to think of some other vegetables. Peas, spinach, squash are more vegetables. What's your favorite vegetable? My favorite vegetable is probably broccoli. Let's describe a vegetable. We're going to define broccoli. Broccoli is a vegetable that you eat. It looks like a tree and it's green. Broccoli is a vegetable that you eat. Looks like a small tree and it's green. Okay, let's move on to another category. Our next category is silverware. Can you name 3 pieces of silverware? Okay, let's try. Fork, spoon, knife. Those are all silverware. Name 3 pieces of silverware. Fork, spoon, knife. You do it. Name 3 pieces of silverware. Great. Fork, spoon, and knife are all silverware. Let's define 1 piece of silverware. We're going to define knife. Take a look. Let's describe it. A knife is a kind of silverware that you cut with. It has a handle and a blade. A knife is a kind of silverware that you cut with. It has a handle and a blade. Okay, let's move on and talk about another category. Our next category is fruit. You name 3 pieces of fruit. Think about the fruit and where it is in the grocery store. The fruit that I can think of, some of my favorites: apple, orange, banana. Let's try that again. Let's name 3 pieces of fruit. Apple, orange, and banana. What's your favorite fruit? My favorite fruit are peaches. Okay, let's define 1 piece of fruit. Let's define an apple. An apple is a kind of fruit that you eat. It grows on trees. It has skin, stem, and seeds. Let's try it again. An apple is a kind of fruit. You eat it. It grows on trees. It has skin, stem, and seeds. Can you tell me about an apple? An apple is a kind of fruit. What do you do with it? It grows on trees and you can eat it. Let's think about what it looks like. It has seeds, a stem, skin, and seeds. Let's talk about what it looks like. It has a stem, skin, and seeds. Let's talk about our next category. We're going to talk about dishes. Let's name some dishes. Plate, bowl, cup. Let's name some dishes. Plate, bowl, and cup. You tell me 3 dishes. That's right. Plate, bowl, and cup are all dishes. Let's take one of these and define it. We're going to talk about a plate. A plate is a kind of dish that you put food on. It's round and flat. Tell me about a plate. It's a kind of dish that you put food on. It's round and flat. Let's talk about another category. Our next category is vehicles. You tell me some vehicles. Train, airplane, car. Let's talk about vehicles. Tell me 3 vehicles. Train, airplane, car are all vehicles. Vehicles are things that take you places. What's your favorite vehicle? My favorite vehicle are bikes. Okay, let's take one of these and define it. Let's define a car. What is a car? It's a kind of vehicle that you drive. It has wheels, windows, and doors. Let's talk about a car. It's a kind of vehicle that you drive. It has wheels, windows, and doors. Okay, now we're going to talk about some other items. I'm going to see if you can define the item. Let's talk about a guitar. What is a guitar? What's a category? It's a kind of, what do you do with it? What does it look like? What does it have? Let's talk about it. Guitar. A guitar is a kind of musical instrument that you play to make music. It has strings. Tell me about a guitar. It's a kind of musical instrument. You play to make music, and it has strings. Okay, let's talk about a sink. What is a sink? What's a category? What do you do with it? And what does it look like? Let's talk about a sink. A sink is something you find in the bathroom. You use it to wash your hands. It has a faucet and hot and cold water. Let's talk about a sink. It's a kind of bathroom item. You use it to wash your hands. It has a faucet and hot and cold water. The faucet is right here. That is the faucet. And here, the hot and cold water, where the hot and cold water turn on. Let's talk about a pencil. What is the category? What do you do with it? What does it look like? Let's talk about a pencil. A pencil is a kind of school supply that you use to write with. It has a point and eraser. What is a pencil? Kind of school supply that you write with. It has a point and eraser. Here is the point, and here is the eraser. Point, eraser. Let's talk about flower. What is a flower? How do you group it? What do you do with it? And what does it look like? Flower is a kind of plant that you can smell. or pick it and put it in a vase. It has stem and petals. Flower is a kind of plant that you can smell. It has stem and petals. Tell me about a flower. It's a kind of plant that you can smell. It has petals and a stem. Let's talk about a dresser. A dresser is a kind of furniture that you use to store your clothes. It has drawers, legs, and knobs. Tell me about a dresser. It's furniture that you use to store your clothes. It has drawers, legs, and knobs. Here is the knob. It's attached to the drawer. This dresser has 3 drawers. We're going to do one more. Last one is going to be a bike. What is a bike? What's a category? What do you do with? What does it look like? A bike is a kind of vehicle that you ride. It has pedals, seat, and handlebar. Bike is a vehicle that you ride. It has pedals, seat, and handlebar. Tell me about a bike. A bike has a seat. It has wheels. It has handlebar. Okay, thanks for describing different words with me. Keep up the good work.